All right, YouTube, so it's been a minute. Yeah, I know we've done a couple little short videos, but I hadn't done a video this week. We just been really busy. Sorry, I was trying to see who that was. But we've just been really busy this week, so we haven't really done much. I thought I heard her coming. Ashley's pulling in. So we figured out that we're pretty sure the fuel pump's bad on the car. Not really sure if it's the fuel pump or the sock's clogged up or what's going on, but it's not getting any fuel pressure to the regulator. So we're going to drop the tank today. So stay with us and watch. I'm going here and change, get ready, and go out and jack that thing up and get the fuel tank out of it. So let's get it. All right, y'all. So first things first today, we're gonna put an air filter in this thing, see how bad it is. So open this hood up. To be honest with you, I don't think I put an air filter in this thing since I bought it, probably. Which is not good. I should be better about that. So let's see how bad it is. Get this thing turned around. Sure, I need to clean this thing. It's filthy. You need to wash it off or something. So anyway, this is on a 2018 Corolla. It's got a clip there. It's got a clip over there. I think that's pretty much about it. I think it just pulls off. Yeah, look at there. Just see how bad this thing is. It's a little bad. It's pretty bad. So anyway, that's the old one. It's pretty simple. I got a new one here, and I did get me a little filter for my turbo. So y'all won't give me crap about having an open wheel turbo on here. I actually have something in front of it to stop. So let me get this thing squeezed in here, y'all. I'm just gonna put it. I'll just lift that up, put that in. Let me get set in here. All right, so if anybody watches this video does have one of these Corollas, it's that simple, y'all. Just gonna pop those two clips off, one there, pull that off, pull it out, put the new one in. Also, see how this is squared, the rest of them around? This squared goes on this back corner. I actually had it in like that, and the box wouldn't close, so I had to flip it around, turn around. So there's a certain way you gotta put them in there, but it's in. Let's go up here and get this fuel pump put in this car. All right, y'all, first things first, obviously, that looks really cool. I ain't gonna lie, but I want to street drive this car quite a bit. So what we're gonna do is gonna take this little filter here. We're gonna squeeze it on. Make sure I get that on there. Yeah, we're just gonna squeeze it on there. Get the clamp on. We're just gonna run like a little filter there. So just something to keep the stuff out of the turbo wheel. Don't want to get anything in there and damage that thing or anything like that. So get that on there. We'll tighten it down. Be good to go. We gotta leave this plug. There's a lot of these wires we're gonna get rid of. Get rid of that. That's for factory mass area, which actually we're not gonna use anymore. So, all right. So that's on. We'll get that clamp tightened up. We're gonna go back here, jack it up, and then drop the fuel tank down. So I'll walk y'all through that. All right. So on this thing, y'all, normally I would disconnect the battery, but I do have a disconnect here on this thing. Turn the power off on the car. So I'm gonna take these two wires loose. Take these two wires loose here that go to the pump, and then I'm gonna go under here. I'll just show you what I got here, and just so everybody can see, this thing is still a factory independent rear end. But so you got your clips there. You can either take those pins out, or if you go under here, there's bolts there and there. And then you gotta take your lines loose up there. There's one right there. So there's a clamp there, and then that hose there. You gotta take those loose. And yeah, so let's get this thing out. Let's see if we can get the new pump in it. All right, y'all, fast and loud because I got music playing. But anyway, I took these two bolts off. I dropped the straps. I come back here and I took the pins out and pulled the whole strap off because I want to pull this down and pull it back. And that will actually allow me to drop this tank all the way down and pull it out. I do have it disconnected up top. And then if you come under here and look, unhook the hose. I actually had a hose hooked to this piece here, and then I unhook those clamps up there. So let's get this thing down, see if we can get the pump out of it, and see if it's just dirty in there, or see if pump went bad or what went on. Let's get this thing dropped down. All right, we're gonna talk fast and loud again. So this piece here runs down, hose hooks in, hose looks good, sock looks good. I'm gonna cut these off, unplug it. I got a Walboro 255 that was in it that I'm gonna put back in it. So anyway, I got a Walboro 255 I'm gonna put back in. I didn't know it was in it. I put a cheap pump in it. The only thing that I really see is there's a piece of paper in there that's floating around. So we're gonna try to get that out, and who knows, that might have been clogging it. All right, y'all, real quick, got the piece of paper out. A little dirty down in there, but it ain't too awful bad. So anyway, we got the sock back on the pump. It don't look bad. So let's get it put back on and get it. And with the magic of YouTube, it's back together. We're gonna throw this away, of course. I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna take the hose off. I'm gonna crawl under it, see if it's got a fuel filter in it somewhere as well, and clean that out and get it put back in. All right, y'all. Man, I'm dirty. Anyway, might see if Ashley will take me, but I gotta go to the parts store. So, I didn't even think this thing had a filter on it. This thing, the filter is tucked up above the rear end on the frame rail. So, or whatever, the cross member frame rail. I took it off, I blew through it. You can blow through it, it's a little bit of a struggle. But if you look, if you see in there, it looks like it's got some little places on it. So actually, wish I had a way to cut that off without sparking, but we're going to, I'm gonna go ahead and go get a fuel filter. I put the pump in. It'll go, like the first time it went to like 33, and then it creeped down, and then with it running, you could tell it was getting lean. So the pump didn't fix it, so I switched the regulator again, just to make sure it wasn't that regulator again. And both pumps, both regulators do the same thing, so we're gonna take this filter, go get one. I'm not sure, this is technically a non-turbo car, but the filter's in the right place for a turbo car. I don't know. So we're gonna take this filter and match it up with one at AutoZone or somewhere. I don't know where we're gonna go. So anyway, let's go get a filter and see what happens. Go from there, I guess. So stay with us, see if we get this thing figured out today. Okay, y'all, perfect opportunity to get to drive my old Ford truck. Go get us a fuel filter. We found one. AutoZone's got one. So we're gonna go. We got the 460 AC. Actually, it's 445 because we're on 45 with the windows down. Actually, it's 5. We got the sunroof open here. Yeah, just cruising around, you know. So, let's go get this fuel filter and get it put on. Alright, YouTube. So, we got it in here. So, I'll put a fuel pump in it, change the regulators out. I put a fuel filter on it, which the fuel filter was bad. It was bad. So I cracked the hose loose because I still wasn't getting fuel pressure. Let me show you what I got. So back here in the back, that hose right there is where it feeds in to the fuel rail. And it runs through the fuel rail and the regulator or whatever. So we cracked that open, we was getting air, and I thought, what the crap? Of course, we had it jacked up in the back, so it was sitting, you know, up high or whatever. So honestly, I feel like an idiot. Told Dad I had, you know, a little bit of fuel in the tank or whatever. He's like, probably ain't picking up. And I thought, well, I put gas in it before we started messing with it, but we did have it running quite a bit. Sure as the world, this thing was just out of gas. So here I've changed the fuel pump, regulator, 2 regulators, multiple. Anyway, it was just too low in fuel. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna have Dad run in his store here. We're gonna go get a couple cans of gas. Put gas in this thing, or at least 1 can of gas. Put some gas in this thing. So anyway, problem fixed. I run it up to 45 pounds to make sure it was gonna run up that high. It run about 45 pounds. I turned it back down to 40. So we're gonna get some gas, put some gas in this thing, and maybe we can start tuning this thing a little bit. So anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. On this one, we got a fuel issue, so you know, whatever. And the bad thing is, y'all, I didn't have, so I do now. Let me show you. That's gonna be it for that one. Yeah, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and hopefully we'll have this thing where we can start getting this thing tuned a little bit. So stay with us. All right, y'all saw it. So y'all thought the video was over. Not really though. Hey, y'all, just so you know, so we went and got some more gas. and I decided to hook the pump back up to the way that it was originally through the factory wiring harness. Turn it on, only got 20 pounds of fuel pressure. So there's something in the factory side of this thing, obviously a relay or a wire that's getting bad or something that's not sending enough current for enough time to the fuel pump, because when I unhooked it and hooked it straight back into the battery, 12 volt, 50 pounds of fuel pressure. I actually had to turn the regulator down. So fired it up, run fine. The auto tune was taking over, helping it run. So we got to do plugs and a few other things here and there. I'm gonna have to do a switch panel so I can do relays and run my fans and my fuel pump off of the switch panel. So we'll eventually get a lot more stuff over to the switch panel and just rewire the car as we go. But there you go, y'all. So it's I'm not as dumb as I thought I was. It was low in gas, but at the same time it was it's not getting enough current or something. So got to wire that up before we can really go out and start driving it. But we settle it here and run for a little while. I'll throw a short up, a YouTube short of it running, so y'all can see that it was running. It did rev. And I mean, you know, so y'all can see that. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. See you next time.